Yo, GMs, guys. All right, hey, theme of the day today, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. I'm sorry, man. The media doesn't know anything, and your favorite influencer doesn't know anything. Me? No, same. Nobody knows anything and what's happening and where we're going, and we'll do the best we can to guess and, predict our way through it. But, man, I saw a tweet yesterday that, like we say it all the time here, right? I think we're one of the few places that says very clearly, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And I see a tweet from a guy I really like and respect that says the same thing yesterday. I'm like, thank you, fucking thank you. Thank you. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know what? Wait, where is the tweet? Because I'm going right to it. Because it's so true. I'm so tired of the takes out there. And they're all framed as in everyone's an expert. Everyone knows where we're going. I'm so smart because I positioned for this thing. Look, I get it. You can make educated, like, informed decisions. You can have some ideas. You can make some bets with good, strong conviction. But no, it's not said enough. It's not said enough that people literally have no idea what's coming. I said yesterday, and I actually believe this, follow the people who do know what's going on, who do know what's coming, and hate to say it because I know a lot of people don't like them, including me, but I'm going to watch very closely what Trump and the people around him are doing, because those happen to be some people who know what's going on. They kind of know. Outside of that, nobody fucking knows. Where is the tweet? Hang on, boys. Hang on. Anyway, I don't know. I said GM. I hope I said GM. GM to you guys. It is Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. The one of the most hated days of the year. It's not fun anymore. We were more, a different time. It was innocent, fun, actual clever April Fool's Day jokes, and now it's just annoying. And maybe I'm saying that because I got a few times already. I did. I got by a Polymarket tweet saying that LeBron James is getting investigated for PEDs. I thought it was real. And so maybe I hate it because I'm such a fucking idiot with that stuff. I don't like it. Not a fan. Don't like April Fool's Day. Oh, Marty, educate me, man. I'd love to hear. How did April Fool's start? Trump sold out hard. Dude, that's what he does. Trump is a sellout to whatever gets him eyeballs, attention, money. Always, dude. Drop King, good morning. Player GMs, again, Christian, great seeing you, man. Hoods, great to see you, sir. And of course, Marty. Good to see you, brother. Over on Abstract, some people watching over there, I don't know who. But I'm going to drop a link to Abstract. Guys, smash the like on the show wherever you're watching. Might be Abstract, might be X, might be YouTube, but definitely subscribe over on the YouTube side. Over on Crypto Slam, catch the replays of the shows. If you can't catch them live, it's Chain Reactor, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the Swarm Report. If you're interested in AI, and you should be, man, if there's anything you're plugged into and paying attention to, it should be AI. And so 5 days a week, we also do our AI show. It's right there. 30 minutes, guys. Sometimes even just 20, sometimes 15 minutes. But if you want to stay up on what's happening in AI, you definitely want to tune into that show. It's a big deal. Hey, the show's kind of a big deal. Well, no. But AI, what's happening there is a big deal. And by the way, I'm not just covering crypto AI. The big stories happening out there, I'm talking about them too. So if it's happening in AI, we're talking about it. Dude, it's interesting out there right now. Also, follow us on X. It's CryptoSlamIO. SlamAI_XYZ. Keep up on what's going on in the Slam AI ecosystem. A lot coming. You guys have seen nothing. I mean, if you've seen the light paper, you have an idea what's coming, but you guys have seen agents and you've seen, again, light paper, but that stuff's coming very soon. And then our flagship AI agent, that is the Swarm_AI. I did not pull up Deck Screener. Maybe I will. Last I saw, 550K market cap or so. AI market struggling like the rest, but actually, I mean, maybe not so crazy. Maybe not as crazy as we were thinking, at least today. End of Q1, we're in the start of Q2 now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I do think we finished, I think it was our worst quarter in 7 years. I think we closed out that way. I got to go dig for that. Gravity, good morning. Marty, is that true? I told my daughters about that yesterday. Is that, you think that info they put out was fake? Dude, I try to do my best to teach my kids like what's real and what's not real, and I definitely tell them that what's going on, what they're taught in school is maybe bad, but whatever. I tell my kids what they learn in school, it's not all real. It's probably half-truths. I told them that story, Marty, and I don't know what's real or not anymore. Even official stuff, I mean, especially official stuff, probably isn't real, so... Boy, oh boy. You can follow me, guys, on X at Hudah_idiot. Oh, dude, there we go. I wanted to lead off with the tweet. Abdullah, what do you think about the market? Bullish, bearish after tariffs, or will tariffs be even implemented? That's the thing. Nobody knows. It's perfect. That's a perfect question for right here, right now. Nobody knows. I'm incredibly bullish in the short term. I am. I'm actually really, really bullish. That might even be starting today, tomorrow. Market is cautiously optimistic. Maybe there's some rumblings that the tariffs are not going to be what we're fearing they'll be. I'm really optimistic about the short term here. And I mean that. Maybe not short term as in this week, next week, whatever, but once we get through whatever the tariff nonsense will be, when we get to the other side of that, I think we had just some really, I think really interesting market conditions, all because of global liquidity, all because it's at an all-time high, because it's continuing to go up, because Bitcoin usually lags by 10, 12 weeks. I do think we're on, look, I don't know either. But I do think the stage is set for some good upward movement. I hope so. Later this year, I'm incredibly bullish. Like new Bitcoin all-time high. Next year, I think, is going to be a really fantastic year as well. Short term, I can only guess right now. I can only guess right here, right now, today, this week, next week, right? Because of tariffs. But, you know, on that point, on that theme, Nate Geraci, that's the dude. That's the dude. Respect the hell out of him. Would love to get him back on the show for his third appearance here. But media feeds off your fears. So does your favorite influencer, right? Your favorite influencers out there just looking for engagement. They're not all idiots. In fact, maybe they're smarter than I want to give them credit for, because they get attention. It works. But Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg and CNBC and Barron's. Look, guys, you turn to those things because you think they're these like respected institutions. They are, but you think they might know what's coming, and you kind of I would not bet on their headlines, man. Nobody knows anything. They don't know. Again, I think the Trump administration, certain guys there know. I'm going to follow what they're doing. I think that's all you can do. I think that's the smartest thing you can do. Watch what they're doing. What's up, Cats? Good to see you. Roth, I see you over on Abstract. Good morning, boys. And Vrew. Good to see you, man. Mike, good morning. Dobro, good morning. Market looking bad. Yeah, it doesn't look awesome. It doesn't. But I think we're heading to a really, really special time. Well, okay, I like that, and I trust Gravity here. Listen to Goldman Sachs. They're rarely wrong. How are they talking, Gravity? What's their take? Drew, how you been, buddy? I don't see you here much anymore. And this is a good time, well, for some people to step away or go explore or whatever. But also, nobody knows anything. That simple. All right, let's look at the market here. Let me refresh, see how we're looking. It was nice to wake up to the market actually up. And still up. We're up just 1.3% in the past 24 hours, but we'll certainly take it. Trying to get to 84K. ETH at just over 1,800. Solana 127. Ripple 214. It's green basically across the board here. Well, yeah, in the past 24 hours, yeah. Let's see. You got Steady Teddies we're talking about. I think Steady Teddies is the coolest mint of the year. Good Vibes Club is my favorite mint of the year. Taproot Wizards I still think is the most significant mint of the year. Still, we'll talk about that. But Steady Teddies is the perfect mint. It's chaos. It's chaos tokenized. It's crazy. It's degen. It's on the degen chain. It's just all the above. Minting on April 1st, on April Fool's Day. I gotta show you. I think they're fucking awesome. I love that they have their pre-reveal art. It's all memes that the community made over the months. I love it. I love it. I have a mint coming up. I really don't want to sell it. I like to buy my timestamps that, like represent a period of time. And to me, Steady Teddies represent this era of chaos as great as anybody. I like them all. I mean, I hate to for that to be a cop-out. I like everything because I think everything's going to go up. It's like how much? But no, I mean, most bullish on Bitcoin. I do like Chainlink. I do like Ethereum. I do like, so I like all of it. But Bitcoin's your safest bet. I mean, for sure. And for 2,000, so basically, no, I don't, Vrew, okay, I don't think we get to a 1 ETH floor price. We'll do some predictions here, but we'll see. Short term, no. Goldman is trimming GDP estimates and raising recession likelihood. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, been off crypto for the past month. It's a good time to get away. I mean, it is. If you're going to take some time off, harder to make money now. Great time to go explore and learn. Murray GMs, dead GMs. I'm sorry, doing the GMs is like kind of my favorite part of the show. Just you know, us chit-chatting. Looking at ETFs yesterday, 60.6 mil in outflows. That's the Bitcoin ETF. So 2 days in a row of negative flows here. Bummer. On the ETH side, 2 days in a row in the positive. 6.4 mil. Again, that's the ETH ETFs yesterday. Interesting stuff. Okay, tomorrow's Liberation Day. I've been screaming it all around my house. Just a shit talk. I keep telling my wife, I'm like, you excited for Liberation Day tomorrow? And first off, I keep getting the date wrong. I kept thinking it was today. It's not. It was going to be today, by the way. Tariffs were supposed to be today to avoid confusion and people thinking it's a joke because April Fool's Day. Well, it was April 2nd they decided on. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. Yeah, those are Marty. I mean, I'm kind of with you there, and not even joking. Just holding stables and maybe staking them, earning some yield or something. It's a really good direction we're going. Benny, good morning. But tomorrow we're going to hear all about tariffs. Right now we're clueless. No idea. What countries, how much will, there's numbers out there, 25% against this country and 15 against there and 10 on this sector and that. We don't know. But tomorrow we're going to know probably. It's so much chaos. Like we're still like, who knows? Maybe tomorrow we don't. But as of now, the plan is tomorrow we find out. And if this isn't an April Fool, well, this was posted yesterday, so we'll assume this is real. Trump tomorrow announces tariff renegotiations at the Rose Garden. It's a big deal. Tomorrow's a really, really big deal. If possible, we'll stream this if it's live. But it's a big deal. Again, we learn who and how much. And we're also going to get some news, guys. We're going to get some news on maybe some tariffs that are levied against the United States being lowered. And we already saw this. I want to say it was... I'm trying to remember. South Korea, maybe it wasn't them. We've already gotten some reports that some countries are, to avoid us levying tariffs, they're lowering their tariffs on our exports. And that's the whole point of this. And that's where things get really, really interesting. If this actually works the way Trump is hoping it works, that tariffs on our exports are lowered, maybe good. As of right now, super disruptive to the economy and to markets across whatever. Just across the board. We're talking like $1 trillion+ in trade. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But again, tomorrow we know. Tomorrow we can start making some better guesses, and still that's all there'll be is guesses here. We do have other significant dates coming and things that also help us frame our opinions, frame our thoughts here about where we're going. This is a big one. U.S. Treasury Department, other agencies on the 5th. So coming up on, is that Friday? That's actually Saturday. So now I question if that's real. But on April 5th, they're going to disclose their Bitcoin and crypto assets. So how much Bitcoin are we actually holding? We've heard that we have 200,000 Bitcoin, I believe. Maybe we have more. We might actually have more. So everyone, all these government agencies are going to disclose how much Bitcoin, how much Ripple, Solana, Cardano, shitcoins, probably NFTs too. All of these crypto assets. We're going to find out how much the United States government is holding. And we know now they're not going to sell them, which is great. In the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, not selling them. The National Stockpile, a different story. Those, I think, can be sold. And I do think we'll have NFTs in there. I know we have some seized Bored Apes. So that'll be pretty darn interesting. But still, when are we buying Bitcoin? That's what the market's waiting for. Crypto specifically, we're waiting to hear, when do we buy some sweet Bitcoins? And I'll tell you, man, There will be a date where there's a flight to Bitcoin, just like there's a flight to gold. And man, we saw a major purchase of some Bitcoin, some gold here. One day we'll say Bitcoin, yes. But is this April? We got to check the date on everything. This is dated yesterday. This, I believe, is real. Someone bought $14 billion worth of gold. $14 billion in fiat for 4.5 million ounces of gold. Now that's kind of spicy. And that comes right along, well, let's say a period of time when there's calls to go in and audit Fort Knox. See how much gold is being held. How much gold do we really have? Is somebody covering their ass here? That's a big old buy. Also, gold, I believe, gold's at an all-time high, isn't it? Gold is looking super interesting. The same way we look at gold right now, and the same way gold is somewhere people, it's a flight to safety asset. Bitcoin will be that one day, and for some people it is already right now. We're not at that point yet where it's just like gold. We're getting there, and man, you know what side I want to be on before? I want to be on the side we're on now. I want to be on the left side of that move. But there's something very, very interesting happening with gold. Again, one day with Bitcoin, because everyone's coming to Bitcoin. They are. This is a matter of when, right? When those floodgates open and when the whole world does adopt Bitcoin. And man, it's coming. Everyone's coming. Here's MasterCard saying they want to enable 3.5 billion cardholders to move Bitcoin and crypto. Their sizable bet on Bitcoin. I feel like we've seen some really cool headlines from MasterCard in the past, but I'd like to see what that sizable bet is. And I wonder if that's behind the scenes. Yes, I think they've purchased Bitcoin, but behind the scenes, what are they doing and planning around Bitcoin that maybe we don't know about yet? I imagine there's some pretty interesting plans. Because again, it's very, very clear. It's very, very clear where we're going. Gold's been one of your best investments of the past 2 years. What's the price right now, Christian? It is all-time high right now, right? Here's the CEO of BlackRock saying every stock, every bond, every fund, every asset can be tokenized. Guys, we're talking RWAs. It's going to get incredibly spicy here. It's going to be a very different space in 5 years. And I only see one way that does not play out. There's only one way, and it's a possibility, but we talked about this. If Donald Trump doesn't make it through his term, I see a scenario play out where things are rolled back. If we don't get far enough along here over the next few years, I could see it being rolled back. But as of now, this is where we're heading. Everything coming on chain, everything tokenized, everything. And again, there's one side of that chart I want to be on. It is the side we're on now. Larry Fink, again, CEO of BlackRock, also saying, I expect tokenized funds will be as familiar to investors as ETFs. It's coming. Christian, yes, all-time high right now. Love it. Hoods, 183.8 mil on your Magic Eden, it shows right now. Do you have Vine? Do you have some of that Vine token? Or you got a scam Vine token, maybe? Wallets are... I have a buddy who messages me every so often saying his MetaMask shows some funny totals and stuff not showing up. And it's funny stuff. If he doesn't make it through, then tariffs are stopped as well. Gold's up around 70% in the past 2 years. You know what's crazy, Christian? I am guilty of this, and I think a lot of people in crypto are. That we see people, it's probably fake, by the way, but we see people talking about their 10Xs and their 100X, and we see people making life-changing money, and it feels like we see it so often, and so we get trapped into this thinking that that's how you win in crypto. And it's not. It's not. 70% is an incredible profit. That's an incredible performance. And again, I speak for myself here, but conditioned now to think 70% isn't good enough. Not going to make it with that, which is crazy. If you can be slow and methodical and patient here, Crypto is still your best opportunity to change your life here. And, well, there's gold there too. 70%. It's a beautiful return. We also have a bill being introduced to allow Americans to invest their retirement funds in crypto. I think that's a today thing, by the way. I think, don't quote me there, but I think that's being introduced today. Again, everybody's coming to crypto. That is just a matter of time, and it's because of things like this. And really, again, the market's waiting for these things to be voted on, passed, implemented. We need those tangible. Items. We just need things to actually be reality, and the market wants to see that before it starts betting. Before we start going all in on these bets, maybe we'll say it like that. Larry Fink also. This is super spicy for Bitcoin. And this is one of those things I don't think anyone can control. As in, man, it's like the reason I believe in Bitcoin and crypto. It's unstoppable. Doesn't matter how you try to regulate it. At some point in the future, this happens. If the U.S. doesn't get its debt under control, if deficits keep ballooning, America risks losing that position to digital assets like Bitcoin. Bitcoin eventually becomes gold. Bigger, better. Honestly, with that kind of potential to be bigger, better. Exciting stuff coming, guys. I don't think I'm going to cover this right now, but it is worth pointing out stablecoins. It's the path for mass... I love this song, by the way. Don't you think the government will impose tax on crypto? Yes, but how and how much and what exactly... Nobody knows still. But you would assume so, right? I still think it should just be when you sell, the end, right? But yes, yeah, that's one of the things people are waiting for clarity on. That's something that might be part of the Genius Act, by the way. I think, like, Genius Act is just, like framework and regulations around crypto. It might cover taxes too. But stablecoins is where I think a majority of people are coming into crypto. It's just that simple. You can maybe even opt to get paid in stablecoins, right? But I think the masses come via stablecoins. Brian Armstrong making the case for why stablecoins should, why we should be allowed to earn interest on those stablecoins. And again, talk about mass adoption. It's this, and there is a big argument of it's banks versus the crypto industry, right? It is a battle. It shouldn't be a battle. It should be everybody winning. Christian, I love that. It's wild when you live in both worlds. Ecstatic about your stock portfolio or gold being up 30% in a year while trading memes for 1,000% returns an hour. Yeah. Smart. Very smart. So, okay, so people come into crypto. It's a matter of when. Are they coming for our meme coins? Meme coins are really interesting. They're being kind of redefined here. And our expectations kind of being reset here. Again, I'm double checking if this is an April Fool's Day post. I don't think it is, but yeah, meme coins going through a little, a price discovery. Here's WIF, guys. WIF that we thought would be one of the biggest meme coins in the world, and sure, it is that. But, maybe WIF the next biggest thing, the next Doge or Sheeb or whatever, right? Seeming more and more like that's never going to materialize. But you guys remember the dog being put on the Las Vegas Sphere? I mean, man, officially not happening now. Officially not happening. Officially, as official as this, is. Your funds being returned. If you had donated money to get that dog on the Sphere in Las Vegas, not happening. It's all post about why, like what happened. I mean, TLDR is they just couldn't work out. The partner they were working with stopped being responsive. I don't know. I don't know what part of that to believe other than it's not happening. And also not happening is really anything in NFTs. Brutal. Check this out, guys. ETH transaction fees, the lowest levels we've seen since mid-2020. Absolutely brutal. And you have to tie that to NFTs. You have to. NFTs were like the primary use case for Ethereum, which is crazy to think, but it's true. And the chart doesn't lie. Ethereum really, really struggling. Major upgrade to Ethereum coming in a month or so here. Is it Pectra? There's a big upgrade coming. I don't think that moves the needle for Ethereum, for ETH itself, but just highlighting, I mean, this is highlighting demand for ETH. It's kind of not there. So many more users on the blockchain now, and it's not ETH. It's not ETH people are using. But again, speaking to how little people want NFTs, this is a post on the 1st, so is this true? It feels like it is. But Bybit shutting down their NFT marketplace, inscription and IDO services. So we're talking Bitcoin here, I'm assuming. We're changing X2, Y2 shutting down the NFT marketplace, Bybit as well. Bybit, okay, hang on. Bybit does... They do the Red Bull Racing Velocity Series NFTs, correct? Right, with art blocks. Is that gone too? As in they're not going to do any more drops? I gotta double check and see if I'm right, but I do think it's Bybit that does those Velocity Series NFTs. I wonder if those are no longer going to happen. We shall see. Let's take a look at the NFT market. And a quick heads up here, still with the Taproot Wizards collection, it's still being onboarded. So just know we have to add a little more sales volume on here. Let's say about 1 mil. We'll check Magic Eden for those numbers, but it is getting onboarded now. I would hope in 24, 48 hours at the most. That's onboarded here, and then retroactively those numbers will get added up here too. So this is accurate minus Taproot Wizards. And it'll have that shortly here. All right, 11.3 mil. That's cross-chain sales yesterday. Not great. Not great. Although, again, if you add Taproot Wizards, I think each of the prior 2 days, over 10 mil in sales. But yesterday, sellers down, buyers up. Definitely like seeing that. Transactions down, average sale price up. And trade profits, I mean, without even looking, we know. Probably, I'm going to just assume about 1 mil in the negative. And yeah, we're right there, 1.1 mil in the negative. This year is brutal for profits. I mean, other than just a few days here and there, it's around 1 mil in the negative every single day. Every single day. I'm just scrolling, and it's I mean, on this entire page, I don't think we have a single day. I don't think we have a single day in the positive. It's not great. We'll see with Steady Teddies today. That I'm looking forward to. We'll get to that in a quick moment. Your top sales in the past 24 hours. Your top collections that are moving this market. DeFi Dungeons on top. Easy made a great little video talking about DeFi Dungeons. We'll check that out in a moment. But number 1, over 2 million sales. It's followed by Courtyard. Cooking. Absolutely cooking. D-Market, CryptoPunks, Pudgy Penguins, Guardian Heroes, Bored Ape Yacht Club over on Blast, outselling Ethereum Bored Apes. I think this is money laundering. The collection below, same thing, money laundering. This collection here, Base Apes. Fuck it, I'm going to say I think those are money laundering too. I think that's also laundering. Let's double check. I know we've checked at some point, but just for a refresher, is that money laundering? Yeah, I think so. By the way, shout out Ronverse. Okay, yeah, this is a laundering collection too. So a lot of money laundering on Base. The top 2 collections are that. So then we got Bored Apes, Guardian Avatars, tons of wash sales, by the way, in Avatars and Heroes. And then we'll put Mutant Apes in the top 10 as well. I'll tell you this, man. Ugly rankings here as far as not great projects, at least the bottom half. These guys, awesome. And Taproot Wizards would probably be number 2 or 3. But DeFi Dungeons cooking. Your top sales, hey, we definitely got to stop and notice this, which is a bunch of Punk sales. Yeah, check that out. Punk number 5500 sells for about 48 ETH. It's $88,000. Nice. Real nice. I mean, with 10 Punk sales. Always watching for that, guys. Always watching for a run on Punks. And so last week we had a phase, a little period of time with a bunch of Punk sales. Here we go, 10 in the past 24 hours. See if we can get some momentum over there. We got a piece from Known Origin selling. I'm not sure what that is. I assume it's an X copy. I did see a decent X copy sale, so I'm going to assume that's what that is. But DeFi Dungeons, man, they had a token drop recently, raised a lot of money. I think that had a, gosh, I'm going to see if I can remember that market cap, but did that have 100 mil market cap plus? I think it did. Let's check this out just for a moment here. Again, DeFi Dungeons on Solana. Very, very legit. Beanie posting about this is a legit project. Let's see what Easy has to say. Well, I don't think we'll go through the full 4 minutes here, but I would like to hear a little what's going on.
The highly anticipated NFT mint for DeFi Dungeons is finally live, and let's break down all the various mechanics that you need to know on how to maximize the potential gold that you are going to be getting after by owning these NFTs. So there's 10,000 NFTs, and they're split up between adventurers and bankers. Now there's 9,750 adventurers split up between 3 different classes: warriors, marksmen, and mages, each with different melee, ranged, or magic abilities that help you raid these dungeons.
Fuck, I wish I could edit like that, man.
Bankers. There's only 250 bankers, and bankers make a cut of all gold trades on the loot exchange. So when people are swapping their gold for Solana or USDC, bankers get a cut of it.
Is this like Wolf Game?
The most coveted items when it comes to characters within DeFi Dungeon. But circling back to the game mechanics themselves.
Dude, there's nobody in Web3 content who's had an arc like this, dude. Fucking awesome. I never disliked Easy. I just didn't. He was never a must pay attention to. And over the past year, probably a little longer than that, he's turned into that. Ever since that dude dove into TA, starting to chart stuff, I'm like, this dude really took it to the next level.
How you can get involved
Super
by
awesome.
owning one of the adventure NFTs. There's dungeons, quests, items, training ground, tavern,
I like this.
raids,
This looks
and
cool.
a bunch of other components. To start the dungeon, you send your adventurers into the dungeon. You need a key in order to do each of these various dungeon runs. Dungeons take about 15 minutes.
Oh shit! Who saw the new RuneScape game? Who saw that? Hang on. Fuck, I just got again with another April Fool's post. God damn it. All right, hang on. Look, whatever. We'll break whenever for something interesting. This is super interesting, man. You know you're an OG if you know RuneScape, played RuneScape. New game called Dragon Wilds. Dude, we're going to be playing this. Come on. Come on. Dude, yes. Guys, we're playing this. Dude, yeah. What is it, an expansion? Like, what? I mean, I think it's a full new game. But yeah, sorry. Okay, anyway.
Complete, and each of these keys are gathered by questing. These dungeons, you equip your adventurer with armor, items, you name it. And what you get by completing these dungeons is a chest, which has loot inside. There can be various items.
Okay, we get the idea. Web3 game seems to be from a really, really good team in a good ecosystem with all the right people talking about it. If you got Easy talking about it and Beanie talking about it and, you know, Successful, TGE, all that stuff, you're legit. This looks legit. This looks really legit. So not shocked at all. Even leading up to it, not surprised. Like when I took a look at the leaderboard, not surprised to see DeFi Dungeon on top. That's legit. So certainly something we'll keep our eyes on here. Good shit. Honestly, really, really good shit. Okay, now today, hopefully more good shit. And this is coming up for me, an hour and a half. But guys, Teddies Mint is today. This is a big one. I'll say it again. I don't think this is a collection that represents this time in crypto maybe better than these guys. New chain, right? On Bara chain. Incredibly degen. It's such a degen ecosystem. I haven't touched, by the way, to speak to the potential that this collection has. I haven't touched Bara chain. I haven't touched it. I haven't owned any Bara. I haven't done anything on that chain. I barely looked into that chain because why? Because I assume, well, we know there's more chains coming, and there'll also be a degen chain, and it's like they just will continue to come, and the next chain, and the next chain, and the next. But for whatever reason, this one does feel like it has like a different kind of energy for now. They certainly have a hardcore community. But Steady Teddies has been hyped for a long while now. And like I said before, mint dates coming and going, wallet checkers coming and going, like all kinds of fuckery in this collection. For them to settle on April Fool's Day as the mint date is just so perfect. But it really is here. It really is here. And so for the first time, I bought some Bara and I bridged some funds over and I'm minting an NFT on Bara chain. And tell you what, man, if it gets to Vru's, Vru was hoping it gets to like $2,000. If it gets there, I'm gonna have trouble not selling. That said, I do not want to sell. I just love the energy around this thing. But this is a really, really hyped mint. So like with Taproot Wizards, we use certain mints to feel out the space. How much money do people have? How much are they willing to gamble? Like, right, it's a good way. It's a good temperature check of the space, and that's exactly what Steady Teddies is. But this has great potential to bring new people in their ecosystem. Again, I'm in now. I'm in, and I always know if I'm doing something, others are or will be too. It's just how it works. I'm a DJ and I'm a trader and I'm lazy. So it takes a bit for me to get over there. That said, it wasn't easy to come by whitelist. So, but let's see what kind of like attention energy they can generate here. And if they can keep up momentum over on that blockchain, I mean, man, maybe look out. Maybe look out. Can these do what Hypeo did, which is, what do those mint? 0.1? 0.1-ish, maybe 0.069, somewhere in that ballpark. And then Hypeo, right? Minting on base, bridging over to Hyperliquid. I mean, this got to a 1+ ETH floor. Do these have that kind of potential? Man, I know I hope so. I know Vru's hoping so. Be great for the space if they can actually pull that off. Just as something just for NFTs as a whole. If they can pull that off, would be a big, big win. A big win, like for everybody, for everything. But I love what they're doing. Again, the mint date's great. The energy they got's great. The pre-reveal images being all community-made memes, phenomenal. Phenomenal. And but I'm pretty darn sure that reveal's going to be gamified here too. Like, drag it out, be a pain in the ass with it. I'm sure that's coming too. And in the meantime, you've got the pretty killer pre-reveal art. That's awesome. I think that's so clever. I think that's so cool to add another layer of like collectability into the mix too. People are probably going to trade based on the pre-reveal art, which is incredible. Now, be careful because there's some great 1/1s in the collection. I think this guy would be one of them. So yes, you got your typical rarity, all that fun stuff. I love it. But you saw just before 31 1/1s in total. This one being a Taproot Wizard. Steady Teddy. That's fucking great. Man, I'm hoping to land that guy. But yeah, Steady Teddies we keep our eyes on today. Your guys' price predictions here, if you have any. These mint at $88. $88 in this kind of market, in that ecosystem that just, I mean, it doesn't have a ton of people, right? They've got their hardcore community. I would assume most of you guys have not touched Bara chain yet. Is anybody going to be hunting for these on secondary? That I have trouble seeing that anybody who's not over on Bara chain is going to go bridge funds over and go try to buy one of these. So watching for that. But look, dude, we got offers already. Offers as high as, let's see, 39 Bara. So this is basically like a almost a 4x. So maybe like a 4x out of the gates. And does it hold that? Man, they got some energy. They do have some energy. So yeah, we'll learn a lot from this one today. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. How are these phases looking? I don't know what this first phase is, by the way. The rebase, first come, first serve. 17 minutes to go for that. An hour and a half, basically, till the guaranteed whitelist. Then gated first come, first serve. Then community first come, first serve. And then finally public. Guys, I do not think they're making it to public. I think there's almost no chance. I think not even a 1% chance they make it to public. There's that much hype around these things. Still will watch it, man. I'll tell you this, man. This is financial advice. If they make it to public, you definitely 1,000%, guys. Financial advice. If they make it to public, you absolutely want to mint. So that said, if you got funds and you want to roll the dice on that, you probably should get ready. You've got like 6-7 hours to bridge some funds over. 12 Baras, $88. it's a must mint if it makes it to public. So if you feel like gambling a bit, you probably want to move some funds over for that. I think it's going to do well. Either, regardless, it's going to be a win. Like, I can't see a scenario where these aren't a 2x at least, and I think it's more like 3, 4x, and much, much, much bigger potential. 2x is great. 2x is fucking phenomenal. But yeah, these will be awesome. Honestly, financial advice: you should probably bridge some money over and get ready. Again, long waiting game for reveal. I assume that too. But also, here's where things get really, really spicy. Okay. In the Bara chain ecosystem, and let's go look at it. In the Bara chain ecosystem, there's a few collections that get this Bara allocation, right? Like the main token of the chain. And they're big airdrops. BitBear's got it. Who else got it? I think there's something in the Honeycomb ecosystem. I think they got something too. I think, man, I wish Confusion were watching. He knows that ecosystem well, and maybe Musty too. But there were like 4, 5, 6 collections that all got a big, they all got a big token allocation, that Bara token. And man, I'll tell you, some of these were worth like 30 ETH. It was ridiculous. That was BitBear's, by the way, or BitBear's, right? There's a few collections like that were worth a ton, man, a ton. But the rumors are that Steady Teddies are going to be the next collection that get part of the next Bara airdrop, right? The Bara chain team, the founders, right? Those guys are all like, they're all Steady Teddy kind of dudes. They're all going to be rocking Steady Teddy PFPs. It's basically going to be the PFP of that ecosystem, at least for right now. It is the most hyped thing out there. It is. I think it's going to do very well. Yeah, Hoods, wish they took that Vine. Yeah, dude. Be careful with that token, though. It sounds kind of scammy. Okay. Price predictions, though. I'm going to go... God, I don't want to price it in Bara because I can't do that math in my head. But I want to say like 0.25 to 0.3 ETH. I think around there, ballpark there. Let's do some math. Hang on. Hang on, wait. ETH to USD. Okay, okay. Let's just say this: about $500. So I think a 4 to 5x is what we'll see for them. I'm not going to be surprised at all, guys. No surprise if they get to 1 ETH. I won't be surprised. I don't think so, given the market right now. I don't think they'll get there. But if they do, I'm not going to be surprised. They've got that kind of hype, that kind of energy. Let's see, 88 times, let's say... 88 times 28 times. I'm trying to guess around how high I think they can really go. Let's do, I know this isn't on the screen too, which is annoying. 88 times, let's go. Okay, 1,000, could they get to $1,000? Which puts them at 0.5-ish, 0.55. I think that's actually doable too. I think that's actually doable. They really do have that kind of energy. So we'll check back in with those. Man, I wish these had just public mint, just go fucking gas wars, because I would love to stream the mint live. But no, for now we'll just kind of check back in on them. Unfortunately, during the stream here, there's no more phases that open up. So we'll see. If you're minting, good luck and congrats, you got an automatic win. And aside from that, man, prepare for that mint. I suggest you do. It should be hot. It should be pretty damn hot. Ronverse we touched on, but got to give those guys some love. That's a wild-ass collection, a really wild community there, too. Really is. 127 RON, so $90. But these guys do cook. That community is absolutely wild. Almost $250,000 in volume in the past 24 hours. If you're looking for, like, indicators, if you're looking for collections that are a little under the radar, that if NFT season heats up, that they move, this is one of them for sure. Like, over in the Ronin ecosystem, there's only a couple PFPs over there that are like that really matter. It's the Cyberkong's Genkai, and I think Ronverse is the only other one. I think it's those two. Ronin NFT is now tradable on OpenSea, so that's definitely helping them. That definitely helps these guys. But that's a cool-ass collection, man. I'll show you them, too. They're hideous. Shout out to you Ronkies out there, but they're hideous. And thank you to Henry. Henry bought me one. Where is my, there we go. There's my hideous fucking monkey. God, I love him. But that collection will do pretty decent. I really do think so. I think that collection, if the market can pick up some momentum, those Ronkies, I think they got some energy. They got some energy. Again, $250,000 in sales in 24 hours on Ronin. Pretty nice. Moving on, guys. Now, I don't remember if we talked about this yesterday. We might have, so I'll just hit it quickly. But just a heads up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. But Julian Hooligan selling his Doodle. This might have sold already, too. But, man, the Doodles ecosystem, I know we did talk yesterday, but I think they're in trouble, man. I think they're in trouble. As much as I like their update, I like DreamNet. I think it's cool. I don't think many other people think it's that cool. We saw Pranksy selling his grails, all of them listed. But like, there's more going on in that ecosystem. I don't think I realized the kind of turnover they had. In fact, let me jump ahead. I don't think I realized how many guys from the team are out. We knew their CEO is out, Julian. But I don't think we knew maybe some others are out too, like co-founders. That I'm not sure. But hey, we are getting these tweets here from Project 2. Asking you to send Solana or ETH. They dropped an address for you. You can just send it there and nobody knows why. Man, those things get me. I always want to get in. I'm not going to, but this is from the Doodles co-founders who I think, guys, are no longer part of the team. And so they're riding the Doodles hype here that they got, if there is hype, but they're riding the Doodles attention and launching their own new project. As of the time of this tweet, this is yesterday morning, they brought in $74,000. I imagine it's over $100,000 at this point. Actually, why don't we peek? But yeah, weird. Okay, like Bara, Steady Teddies was financial advice. You're also going to get some financial advice here too. Maybe this does something cool. Maybe it's a cool platform. Maybe it does well. But my advice is stay away from this. That's my advice. Okay, they've got $250,000 in ETH. If that's all from what they've raised from whatever this is, that could be. But yeah, I don't know. I think stay away from this thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Nobody does. But this is this is degen shit. I think Pranksy's getting involved, by the way. But this is a total gamble. You're betting on guys who've been here and built and whatever. But man, it feels like I don't know. Is there controversy brewing? Again, these guys no longer on the team. Is there a Doodles versus Project 2? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But yeah, the co-founders are not part of the Doodles team anymore. I don't think we knew that, guys. I didn't know that. Again, I knew Julian's not there anymore. I didn't know that the other guys are no longer with the Doodles. And so what is Doodles? Just burnt toast now? Is it just the artist? Is that like the only guy that's left here? So you got Evan, co-founder of Doodles, and then Poopy, co-founder of Doodles. And I don't know. I think they're maybe both no longer with Doodles. I didn't know that. I thought it was just Julian gone. So these two guys launching Project 2. It is fair to point out, and I think Whale did this in his post, that Poopy's launched a token before. Yeah, here it is. Here's his token. It's called Poop. That's the chart. Launch that on base. I don't know. I'm probably not going to bet on these guys. We'll see, man. Dude, I hope it does well. Like always, I'm rooting for him. Dead saying Doodles are done ever since Pranksy sold. Interesting. Good Vibes Club will replace him. Dude, would love that. Would love it. I still love Good Vibes Club. Love them. I'm telling you, man, I switched my PFP right back to them. I was going to leave it as the Taproot Wizard, and look, I love them. I think the sky's the limit for Taproot Wizards, but it takes a lot for me to connect to my PFP. There's not many I do, and Good Vibes Club I really connect with. I really love it. Yeah, Doodles are in trouble. I love the new direction. Most people don't. I think they got a really challenging time ahead. Big X factor is partnerships. Big X factor is partnerships. If they got a big partner or a couple partners to announce that are going to build in their AI ecosystem, okay, game on, maybe. But Dude Token's coming and there's no hype. We'll see. So on Taproot Wizards, yesterday was a big day in the ecosystem. We had the Quantum Cats unlocked. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Right, they're out there, right? Hang on. This is a post from this morning. AIXBT saying supply unlock for Quantum Cats in 50 minutes. I think they already unlocked. Yeah, this is old. This is, okay, guys, keep in mind, AIXBT gets his information from Twitter. He right? For the most part, he gets his info from Twitter, and he just takes other posts out there, and he kind of reshapes them and crafts them and does his own tweets. They're already out here, and their floor price is already wrecked. 0.048 on Quantum Cats now. I'm either a big fucking idiot or I see things that a lot of people aren't seeing, which is down the road, these are going to be worth a lot still. I still see it. I still think that the only thing you need is an asset on Bitcoin, and that matters a lot. A lot. I believe that. I will say, seeing the price action on these things, to me, is bullish for something like Puppets and maybe Node Monks, but Puppets are the best community. I'm sorry, I love Taproot Wizards, and actually, I've been spending time in their Discord, and it's more active than I remember, but that's also because they just had one of the biggest mints ever in NFTs, and it's really fuddy. It's incredibly fuddy over there, and I have not seen a lot of Udi, which I don't think is the best look. So I think everything happening here is bullish for Puppets, who are just there to, like, just fuck it. That's the vibe with Puppets. Fuck it. World peace. Puppets are special, and I think Taproot Wizards might highlight why Puppets are special. I don't have a Puppet. I wish I had one. And still, that said, I still think Taproot Wizards top dog. Not just on price. I just think it is. And I think Quantum Cat's also special. The five I talk about, OMB, Puppets, Node Monks, Quantum Cats, Taproot Wizards, all special. All are going to have an incredible floor price. And so I was using ChatGPT to help write up a tweet. I still like that, by the way, Token. I still really want to get into Taproot, into bitmaps, like really understand it. I think they're interesting. And FTW. Yeah, there's some good shit out there. I like it. Look, while the Bitcoin community is small, I should say the best Bitcoin community, the best part of it is small, they're still great. Like, there's some really, really good people in Bitcoin. There is. But the problem is there's not enough. And so I was using ChatGPT to help craft a tweet about Taproot Wizards, still working on it. But it's just, man, their biggest mistake is the timing of the market. And to a degree, who cares? And I said I respect anybody dropping in whatever in a market like this, but you have to expect the price is going to do exactly what it's doing right now. Right? We've talked about this over the past couple of weeks. The utility for NFTs and what drives the price. It's not a token. It may be short-term, it can be a token, but it's really not a token. It's not building anything. That doesn't matter. It's literally like the community, which, like we said, is mostly non-existent in Bitcoin, or where the great community is very small, and they're probably in other projects, other servers. But it's the community, and then it's whitelists. And so the big mistake about dropping in this market is there's no whitelists. There's no perks to owning the thing. And yes, it's a collectible. But again, the thing that really drives value is great whitelist opportunities. And right now there are 0 whitelists. There's 0 airdrops. And so the only utility that this thing could have, which is just like a side effect, but it's 0. It's nothing. It doesn't exist right now. And so that's the biggest mistake at Taproot Wizards. It's not because people don't have money in this market. It's part of it. It's because there's no projects coming out. And so your Taproot Wizard does nothing for you in the short term. But again, I think that's fine. Okay, so Quantum Cat's now out, back in people's wallets, and we know they're going to keep evolving. We didn't know that they're going to keep evolving some of them with a gold cape. And we saw one yesterday. It did evolve, did get its gold cape. And gold cape means you get a free Taproot Wizard, which is pretty cool. Only problem here is the owner of this cat had their cat listed, and then it evolved and got the gold cape, and then it sold, and it sold for 0.068 Bitcoin. So for $5,700, but that Taproot Wizard is worth like $13,000. So that dude fucked up. That fucked up. Now, if that's the only reason to keep your cat, because you might get a Taproot Wizard, I don't think that's gonna be enough to keep people. It's enough for some, but let's check the supply. Like, what's listed now? Like a couple days ago, we had 100 listed. We're basically double that now. It's actually not that much. I'm kind of surprised. Only 224. I thought, and I still kind of think we're gonna get closer to like 400. All in all, not so bad. But that price, dude, I mean, it's half of what it was like a week ago. Pretty rough. So we'll keep an eye out for more gold capes. We'll keep an eye out for evolutions. I still think or hope there's more coming in the Taproot Wizards ecosystem. You know, some building around OpCat, whatever, and AI XBT. If it matters what he thinks, it's just AI. But Udi playing 40 chess. I hope he is. You know, I hope he is. Dead. You have one puppet left, man. Oh man, yeah, brutal. So Dead sold some of his puppets to get funds for Taproot Wizards. Now Wizards down. Crypto, good morning, man. For what it's worth, Dead, I think it'll work out great. Still long run. My vision for ordinals is long run. I really think people who are leaning into that ordinals are stupid. They're never gonna. I think it's a mistake. I'm very confident it's a mistake. NFTs on Bitcoin matter a lot. And it's because they're rare. It is. It's that simple because the price of Bitcoin makes it so hard to create collectibles on Bitcoin. The stuff that's there becomes really, really exclusive and rare. And if that community does grow, there's only certain things they can get into. And the rich guys flock to the, well, it sounds crazy saying it out loud, but I believe it. I do. You guys know. We had a big update yesterday from Kindred AI. Really like this. We talked about it on the Swarm Report yesterday. I want to show it here because I think it's pretty cool. But TLDR, they opened up staking. Staking for your Kindred NFT. By the way, pre-reveal. They're not going to reveal yet. But check it out. Like, these are companions. I think they're so cool. Companion AI. Lives on your desktop, but also goes on your mobile device. Picture AI that's portable. Like ChatGPT, but also it's a character and it goes like on your desktop. It actually interacts with your desktop. I think it's cool. I really want the Swarm to do that, by the way. Picture exactly what she does here and watch her interact with the screen. I would love the Swarm to do this.
Oh, hi there. Didn't see you. Am I late?
What are you?
In a world of boring AI chatbot assistants. Enter me.
I think it's so cool. So yeah, you bring it on your mobile device.
I know.
Your tablet, your phone, your whatever.
What you expected.
Okay, come on.
And maybe even your favorite part of the day.
Interacts with your screen, really does.
The best part, I'm not just stuck in this screen.
Wait, you're on my phone too?
I'll stick around wherever you need me. Well, assuming you pass my vibe check.
I think it's cool. Okay, so they opened up for 48 hours a staking period. And you have to stake your NFT to get two things. One, their token. So they have a token coming out. I think it's this summer. It's called Kin. And then staking your NFT also gives you access to future drops. Future AI avatar mints. And I think those will be NFTs too. But guys, they've got Teletubbies. I think they got a partnership with Bored Apes. They have Hello Kitty. They have, God, I'm missing a big one. That B-Ducky or B-Duck or whatever. Big, huge IP in China. God, I'm missing a big one. Axie Infinity. All those characters, picture them as AI agents that also, again, portable. But the big one they have coming and why I'm still holding my NFT is they have a partnership with Pudgy Penguins. And I also know from talking, we had them on the show, right? And so talking to them, as I'm talking, I'm like, hey, we're going to go live shortly. He's like, hey, send me the link. I'm going to send it to the Abstract guys. And I realized, oh shit, no, they're very connected to the Abstract team. And so I'm just kind of, this is the gamble. The gamble is that when they have the Pudgy Penguin partnership to tweet out, which is if you got a Pudgy Penguin NFT and you got a Clara NFT, you get to mint one of the Pudgy Penguin companions. And I think Abstract is going to probably really promote this thing. So I'm holding mine, I think, for that, for when Abstract pushes this thing and Luca Nets pushes this thing. Like, that's a pretty big partnership. Pudgy Penguin AI companion with these guys on Abstract. I'm like, okay. I think that's spicy. So I'm gonna hold my Clara. I'm holding it for that. But we've got like 24 hours left to decide if you're gonna stake or not stake. After the staking, I think it's closed. I think the staking period closes. And by the way, you can't unstake these till like June, I believe. So they're gonna be gone for a minute. Priced at 0.22 right now. How many listed? 31 listed. There's decent volume here too, like decent. Yeah, I like these. I like them. So those partnerships, I think, move the needle. I'm really debating stake it, don't stake it, but don't sell. Like I don't know. Got some decisions to make here, but they got great IP. I think the tech is really, really cool. Really, really cool. And then there is rarity in the collection too. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew about that. GutterCat gang had a big... oh boy, well they got a big... They were hoping big token coming. Their gang token, which they opened up for pre-sale. We're hoping to raise $1 million on that pre-sale. Terrible timing of the market. Terrible. Even in a good market, I wonder if they would actually gotten to $1 million. But in this shitty market, no, not even close. In fact, like, awful. Awful is in they raised like $6,000. Yeah, they didn't get anywhere close to $1 million. They got just 3.66 ETH, almost $7,000. We'll give them that. That's it. $7,000 raised for this token. Dude, absolutely brutal. Brutal. I'm sorry. These guys are like 3 years late. That would have worked years ago. But they're now dropping something now that is like years old and in a terrible market. Nobody wants to part with their money to gamble on a shitcoin from an NFT project. That's crazy. And then even worse, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. Guys, they took their tokens. And man, I think this was tokens they were supposed to lock in an LP. They locked it in the vesting contract. All the tokens. All the tokens. They locked 100% of the token supply in their vesting contract. I think they're going to have to issue a new token. Right? I think this is stuck. I mean, I know it's stuck. I don't know how you get around this now. I don't know how you get around this. I think they had a seed round and raised 115 ETH. Huh. Okay. I don't know what they do with this. Except maybe launch another new... no, how would that... Dude, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to fix this. I don't know how they're going to fix that. The tokens are locked. Again, it depends on what they did with the money they raised. Like, could they just launch another token and distribute it and leave this other one out there to just be locked and die and not provide liquidity? Maybe. I guess there's some other details we need, but that, yeah, pretty awful fumble. Yeah, they fucked up. All right, let me see what else we got here, guys. I actually had some big AI updates. Oh, actually, still on NFTs, Carafuru. Right, we saw an announcement, I think last week, that they got acquired. Now we learned who. It's Showa Enterprise. It sounds cool. These guys made Avatar: The Last Airbender, Tron, some Minnie Mouse content, cartoons, whatever. It's a pretty interesting acquisition. It's cool art. I remember, who remembers Carafuru from early 2022? This is something that like represents, there's some collections that represent a really special time in NFTs. I think CryptoBats are maybe the top of that list for me, obviously, working still with the CryptoBats team. But Carafuru is very much like that, as in it came in at like one of the most incredible times for NFTs. Incredible, like everything up only. And we're talking like a mint that went to like 2-3 ETH overnight. It was crazy times. Crazy. I think we'll see that again one day. I do. If you remember those times, I think we're going to see that again. And I don't think we're seeing it this year. I don't think we're seeing it next year. But I think in the next 5-ish years, we see that again. The exact same kind of like energy and movement. And I think it's going to happen. But you know what? It has to happen when the same kind of potential's there. The potential there was that IP, Web3 IP would change media, would change entertainment. That the metaverse was going to change the world as far as how we ingest like content. You know, how we build story and lore and all that stuff, right? That's what drove that cycle. You thought you had assets that are going to become like the next Mickey Mouse, right? That's what we thought. And look, that idea is not crazy. I mean, it's crazy, but that's why those valuations. But here's the thing, too early, way too early. So what I think is going to happen is in 5 years, let's say maybe even 10 years, but 5 to 10 years, that same narrative comes back because of things we're seeing built out right now. Because actually, guys, like what Doodles are building, like a decentralized content platform. 5 to 10 years out, I think we'll have a metaverse that actually works and it lives up to or starts living up to the potential. I think we'll see decentralized media, like what the Doodles are doing. Maybe not them, but like that. And it all comes together at the same time, like AR and VR really gets everything, like, you know, what's the perfect word? It's not speculative, and it's not that, but like the excitement that you have around world-changing tech, like that big leap forward. 5 to 10 years out, we'll have that again. Again, the metaverse, AR, VR, AI, quantum computing, and you put all those together, and they're not just buzzwords. It's tech that's all right at the cusp, and it's tech that maybe a few years ago we thought was actually here, right? It wasn't. But 5 to 10 years out, it really will be, with NFTs and NFTs woven throughout it. All this stuff on chain. It's that same vision from back then. I'll tell you this, I didn't stop believing in it. I just don't believe we're ready for it yet. But that's different within 10 years. And so that's why within 10 years, I think we get an NFT cycle that really resembles 2022 and those crazy prices. And it all lines up with what we think, you know, is going to happen with Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin, $2-3 million Bitcoin. It all is part of the same conversation here. And by the way, that's the same time where I think those ordinals collections are going to be worth what I think they'll be worth. Different time, 2022 energy. Collections like Carafuru going to 2-3 ETH overnight, right? That kind of energy. One day it comes back. Dad, I did not get a little pudgy. No, I didn't. I'm trying to remember what kept me from the little pudgy. It was, I think, Good Vibes Club. I was running some numbers with Little Pudgy, and the multiplier wasn't so big, and then ended up doing Good Vibes Club, and then I didn't want to flip them. I could have flipped the Good Vibes Club and got the Little Pudgy, but I didn't want to. Oh, I could right now. I really love them. I think they're awesome. Okay, we'll end here. I mean, I'm not going to go over AI stuff. We'll hit the AI stuff on the afternoon show, but I do got to show this, man. The building is coming. It's going to get really incredible here over the next few years. And this is one of those, you know, big old signs. $40 billion OpenAI just raised. $40 billion. Boy, oh boy. This is it. This is them using to build out, look, AI research, expand computational resources, improve ChatGPT. All that. Man, it's incredible. I love ChatGPT. I dude, no joke. I told you I use ChatGPT every day. I started using it yesterday to help me with tweets. And here's the unlock I just had with using it for tweets. I still just hate writing. I hate writing. I'm good at it. I hate the process. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me or whatever. It's like it's exhausting. I hate writing. But I started now just using the voice chat, the advanced voice chat with ChatGPT. And what I do now is I talk to it. I just talk to it. I said, hey, we're going to do a tweet about Taproot Wizards. This is the one I'm working on now. And I just have an idea of what I want to talk about. For me, why I think Taproot Wizards launched in the wrong market and why the value is not what it is, but why I think they're going to 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. And all I do is just talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, transcribe it all. And then after I'm done talking, we'll start working on whittling it down. That works for me, man. Like that process, like the way AI can really help you unlock things, makes the things you're doing like digestible or easier or whatever, man. It's pretty fucking cool. So, you know, I encourage you to try using ChatGPT that way. Use the voice chat and try to have it help you do your tasks. I'm even asking her to do stuff with like my YouTube thumbnails, and she can't do that kind of stuff with images yet, like edit them. But we're getting really close to that where I can just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, take my thumbnail template, and this is the image we want to add in for today. And then here's the words. Like it's getting there, man. AI is getting incredible. $40 million or $40 billion will help me tweet better and make better thumbnails, and you guys too. Whatever it is you're working on. It's incredible stuff. And then, damn, dude, I wanted to hit something else, and there's just, at this point, no time. So we'll definitely get to it tomorrow. I'll shout out Katoshi launching on April 8th. So heads up about that. That's the OMB new collection, 0.0042 Bitcoin. And then, guys, there's something going on Binance. Binance said yesterday not to believe any tweets that come out today. And you know, I was assuming they're talking about April Fools, but no. Something happened to a whole bunch of meme coins on Binance, and something's going on with Wintermute. Wintermute Binance, I don't know yet. Like, this happened right before I went live. But a whole bunch of tokens got nuked. Act is one of them. Act is an AI token, got nuked. So something to do with Wintermute. I'm still trying to dive in and see what's going on. Wintermute saying it's not them. Binance, something really weird is happening out there. If you got a tweet that breaks the stuff down, I'd be really curious. But otherwise, just know that there's some real fuckery going on out there, and I don't think it's an April Fool's joke. That's not the tweet. Hang on. Huh. No, that's not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got. Maybe it's an April Fool's thing, but whatever it is, I don't think it's fake. I think something really did happen over on Binance with some of these meme coins. One Wintermute bot that blew up and misfired. Yeah, dude. We'll have to review this tomorrow. We'll review that tomorrow. And then, hey, just, I guess, a follow-up to the MasterCard tweet this morning. MasterCard creating a way for consumers, merchants, and financial institutions to transact digital assets. Guys, eye on the prize here. Eye on the prize. I think really great shit coming. Weather this short-term storm. We weather tomorrow, whatever that may bring. And I think we'll be much, much better. In a really special place on the other end here. What? Text to bark? Oh, God, is this real?
Labs, we introduced the world's first ultra-realistic text-to-speech model, and then the world's most precise and accurate speech-to-text model. And today, we're taking one small step for man, and one giant leap for man's best friend. Introducing Text to Bark, the world's first AI-powered text-to-speech engine for dogs.
Who's a good boy?
On the back of decades of...
Please let that be real. I know it's bullshit, but, you know, like, maybe could that be real? Oh, my God. We'll just pretend it's real. We won't look any further. We'll assume that's real. Text to Bark, incredible things coming. Steady Teddies, floor high first phase sold out. Gated first. Yeah, Dead, I think you'll make first, gated first come, first serve. I think pump that gas, I guess, but you should be able to make it, right? 51 minutes till guaranteed whitelist. Cannot fucking wait, boys. Okay. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you on the Swarm Report. Tomorrow on the Swarm Report, just a heads up, Open Serve will be on the show. We finally got that locked in. So we'll see them at 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Today, just me bringing the news, the latest happenings in AI, market talk, all that good stuff. And newsletter dropping today, this afternoon, talking about all the biggest happenings of the past week. Make sure you sign up for that. Guys, have a great day. Have a great morning. We'll see you in a little bit here. Peace.